Hello and welcome to the Fiscal News for the fourth quarter of 2024. My name is Tijana Varga and today we will discuss fiscal news and changes in the following countries: Sweden, Portugal, Italy, Montenegro, Poland, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Spain, Norway, Romania and Slovakia. You will also have a chance to hear how was at the NRF, National Retail Federation Big Show in New York. Welcome again and let's start. Sweden has amended its VAT Act, effective from January 1st, to simplify the VAT system and provide clearer guidance. Key updates include VAT exemptions for businesses with annual turnovers under 120,000 Swedish kronor domestically or 100,000 Swedish kronor within the EU. Intra-union deliveries, export services, investment gold and periodical publications are exempt from VAT. A 12% VAT rate will apply to certain artworks, antiques and collector's items. Clear conditions for input tax deductions, particularly for profit margin transactions. Detailed guidelines for appeals, revoking exemptions and issuing VAT-free invoices. These amendments aim to streamline VAT procedures and improve clarity for businesses and tax authorities. Portugal has postponed the mandatory use of qualified electronic signatures for electronic invoices to January 1st, 2026. This gives businesses an additional year to adapt to the new e-invoicing regulations. Until December 31st, 2025, businesses can continue using PDF invoices as valid electronic invoices. From 2026, all electronic invoices must include a QES, issued by certified third-party providers, to ensure their authenticity and integrity. The delay, announced in the 2025 budget, aims to provide businesses with a smoother transition to updated invoicing and accounting standards. This extension allows more time for compliance and reduces the immediate burden on businesses. The Federation of Bosnia and Herzegovina has adopted a draft law on the fiscalization of financial transactions, marking the first step toward modernizing its fiscal system. Find out more about the draft law from our legal consultant, Tara Nedeljković.
The adopted draft law introduces a completely new segment of fiscalization in Federation of Bosnia and Herzegovina. Actually, it introduces completely new fiscal devices, also new rules for certification of these fiscal devices, as well as a completely new IT system on the side of the tax authorities. In addition to that, this draft law also, for the first time for Federation of Bosnia and Herzegovina, introduces the electronic invoicing, which is a completely new component of work and handling business in this country. Also, after this draft law is transformed into the final legal text and it is published in the official gazette, which hasn't happened yet, then the first deadlines for transitioning to the new fiscal system will be announced, but for now it is still unknown.
Montenegro has introduced a new 15% VAT rate effective January 1st this year. This rate will apply to services like accommodation, educational activities, non-alcoholic beverages, and more, including books, hotel services, food preparation, and solar panels. The 7% rate will remain for essential items such as basic food, medicines, public transportations, and textbooks. This update is part of a broader effort to modernize Montenegro's fiscal framework and integrate it with European standards. Poland has updated its national system of e-invoices regulations, introducing a phased implementation timeline for full compliance by April 2026. The changes provide businesses with a gradual transition based on sales value and includes several provisions to support small taxpayers and ensure flexibility. Key updates include: KCF will be phased in based on sales in 2025. Simplified invoice processing and fiscal cash register use are extended to July 2026. Taxpayers can issue invoices offline until December 2026. Businesses can choose whether to issue consumer invoices via KCF. Deadlines: February 1st, 2026, when large businesses must comply, and April 1st, 2026, when all businesses must comply. Italy's legislative decree introduces cloud-based receipt transmission via software, removing the need for physical recorders and RT devices. This shift simplifies tax compliance, cuts hardware costs, and integrates payment and administrative processes. Here is more information about the fiscalization news from Nikolina Basic, our legal consultant.
There were certain changes announced in Italy fiscalization in the meaning of the software that can be used instead of RT devices. So that's the major novelty in fiscalization in Italy. We have a draft act regarding technical specification for that software, which is approved by the European Union. We need to wait more clarification in front of the Italian Revenue Agency. But software will be introduced as a possibility, and of course it will need to fulfill with the different technical regulations, because instead of hardware component we will have software, which will be divided in more components and respect all fiscalization rules.
Spain has delayed the mandatory B2B e-invoicing mandate to 2027 due to unresolved technical specifications. Large taxpayers with turnover exceeding 8 million euros must comply 12 months after the final regulations are published, while other taxpayers will follow in 2028, 24 months after publication. The Spanish tax authority plans to finalize technical specifications, followed by public consultations before implementing the system. Originally expected by 2025 or early 2026, this phased rollout ensures businesses have sufficient time to prepare, and this delay provides businesses additional time to adapt, ensuring compliance with EU digital invoicing standards while aiming for a smooth transition to the new system. Despite only 3% of customers using cash in Norway, new legislation mandates that businesses must offer cash payment options for amount up to 20,000 kroner since October 1, 2024. This amendment to the Central Bank Act, supported by Norges Bank, ensures consumers can pay with cash if other payment options are available. Businesses must also provide change if possible, unless there's a clear discrepancy in payment. The government has committed to fining businesses that fail to comply, emphasizing cash's importance for accessibility and emergency preparedness in a digital age. Romania has amended its fiscal code to make printing fiscal receipts optional for transactions paid with credit or debit cards. Businesses are no longer required to issue a printed receipt for card payments, but customers can still request one. If no receipt is provided, a bank statement will serve as proof of purchase. This change aims to reduce administrative burdens while preserving consumer rights. Businesses must continue printing receipts if they choose, but the amendment allows flexibility in how fiscal receipts are handled for card transactions. The law, published in the Official Gazette, simplifies the process for businesses using electronic fiscal cash registers. The Slovak Financial Administration has issued a guide that details the new VAT rates for restaurant and catering services effective from January 1st this year. Key provisions include 5% reduced rate, which applies to both prepared and unprepared food. 9% reduced rate, which applies to beverages with an alcohol content of no more than 0.5%. 23% basic rate, which applies to beverages with an alcohol content exceeding 0.5%. The National Retail Federation Big Show was held in New York from January 12 to 14. This year, fiscal topics were again in the spotlight, and Fiscal Solutions was proud to be part of this event as an exhibitor for the third year in a row. Let's hear from one of the attendees, Tara Nedeljković, about what it was like and what she took away from the show.
This was my first time at the NRF's show. Also, this was my first time in New York altogether. The city is really impressive with a lot of things to visit, very dynamic, with very diverse cultures and people along the way. When it comes to the show itself, it was really exciting, a lot of new innovations, a lot of trends, some of them that we expected, some of them that at least I didn't know previously about, but was really pleasantly surprised. Some of the things that really impressed me are the AI innovations and how the different types of companies have focused on various customer types of support solutions, some types of live shopping and different types of modules in that regard. Also, what is really interesting is that a lot of our current clients came by to see us, to talk to us about some of the different types of services that we have, especially some of the new services that we have, meaning primarily our new feature, Fiscal News, that is possible to use on the mobile devices. Another thing that was really interesting are meetings that we had with our current clients, our current partners, and some of the potential clients, as well as some of the new people that we met at the NRF. So overall, it was a great experience. We had a lot of fun along the way, and I think that it's something that I would recommend to everyone, especially people who haven't visited, and if someone has a chance to get a booth there and be an exhibitor themselves, that is also a unique opportunity, as I have seen this year.
Thank you for being with us. For more information, please visit our fiscal portal. We will see you again in April. Have a nice day.